Just introducing the Vice stick clamp for all you stick makers, and how it works is like this. Put your clamp in high or low. The stick is inserted into one side, into the other side. Now that frees you up to do whatever you want. You can file it, drill it, you can do whatever you want. You can leave it there, and if you've got an head on the end, you can paint your head, you can file it all the way around, you can do what you want. You can then, if you want to leave it there, you can turn it upwards like this. The stick is a bit high, but you can leave it that way, so as you can get to this end, put a ferrule on. You could do all sorts of things. You can put it like that and work on it this way. Of course, this is an old stick, an old one that's not even straightened yet, but that's how that works. And if you haven't got a vise, you could actually screw it to the side of your bench, or put it in a workmate, or any other method you can think of. And I'll give you an example now on how to use it. It's already in, so we want to take that little piece off. So we, instead of putting it in a vise and doing whatever, we can just cut that straight off. Tighten them up. As you can see, this vise is shaking a bit. It's not designed for this, and it's not been put in very good, but in normally they're pretty solid. So now we've cut the end off, so now we've got two hands free. We can now file the end if we want to, and we aren't going to take it out. We can turn it round, we can all the way around without moving, and if we got all the way around, and if we've got imperfections on the stick anywhere, like we got knots, bits and knots, we could take the bit of knot out. So we got two hands free, and then again we can just keep turning it and turning it until we get to where we want to be. And a bit further on in the video we'll show you a thing called a Murphy for drilling your hole. Smack bang in the centre every time, and there's another little gadget which we will be showing you for when you marry the two ends, your head and the shank together, so as they don't smile and leave a gap, they will fit perfectly together. I'm going to demonstrate the stick centre finder, because you know how difficult it is to get it level, straight, and there's 7 in a line. There's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. They come with 8mm and 6mm. If you want to alter that from an 8mm bore to a 6mm bore, you set that in there, and then you use a 6mm bit if you were using 6mm bar. So now I'll demonstrate this, and then I'll just move this around a bit. This is the way I do it. So we'll put that like that. Like I said, the vise isn't the best. So on this one we'll use a 22mm. And in this one we've got an 8mm wood bit. So what, we don't need to worry about the wobble either way. We just put it in the top. Let me check the drill is on. Yeah. We just put it in the top, push down slightly, and then that should be our centre done. This isn't flat on the top, but the hole I can assure you, is smack bang in the middle of that shank. So now we'll just show you. I've got an 8mm piece of stud. It won't fit in there, so I'll have to just move it on the side. As you can see, this fits straight in. But this face isn't level, it's slightly off. If the cameraman come now and show you that, it's slightly off. And we'll show you how to achieve that in the next tool. Right, we move on now. We've drilled an hole with a centre finder. We now know that is perfectly centre in there. So we move the clamp. If you want to move the clamp, you haven't got to. You can leave it exactly where you want it. But I prefer to move it. So what we do now, the hole we've drilled in there is an 8mm hole. And what we're going to do now is get an odd 8mm piece of bar, because the hole is 8mm. Pop that in there. And these are going to be the marriage finder for the shank and the head. And these come and they fit on there. You just buy your own bit of sticky back or whatever, Velcro. You can do what you want with it. And that's how they come to you, with a couple of bits of these and that. This is a 6mm hole. The one I've got in the drill is an 8mm hole. Now, as you can see, when I marry this old head we've got there, you can't see, it's not marrying up. If you come this way, Mr. Cameraman, you can see that it's not marrying up. And that's why we call it a marriage finder. Okay, so what we do now is we put our 8mm bar or 6mm bar, whichever. Then we put this on the top and we just it's as simple as that. That's come off because I'm just too lazy to stick it on. We check now that, and we look now, you have a look, and now we are perfectly married. Then we can leave the head there if you so wish, glue it on, job done. And then again, when the head is glued on and stuck, we just move the clamp, our vice clamp, put it that way. But bearing in mind it's not stuck at this moment, so we just move it back. So then we've got that there, now it's stuck there. And what do we do? So
this then doesn't mark the stick, does it?
No, it doesn't mark the stick at all. I forgot to tell you that. And then we just get the file. Bearing in mind we've got two hands and we can just file away, turn the stick, file away, turn the stick, and away we go. And that's basically what we got. It's a multitude of things, and it's not going to mark your shank. It's not going to do no damage to your shank. Like if you put it in an ordinary vise and squeeze it, you mark the bark, which then spoils the stick. But this thing, and when you're finished with your stick, you just pull it off. It's finished. You oil it, do what you're going to do with it, and this thing then doesn't, as you can see, doesn't take up hardly any room. And you just hook it up, put it under your bench, or even leave it in the vise. Put your cup of tea on the top. Thank you very much.